I've had all weekend to reflect on this, Kate. It's the incident of last week. We know what we're talking about, the Chris Pincher incident. Pretty much can get over all the other stuff that's happened over the past 6 months or so, but this is wrong. We've got a situation where a senior government minister has actually acted inappropriately, and it turns out that there were complaints a few years ago, and that number 10 did actually know about these complaints, and he was promoted in full knowledge of number 10 and the Prime Minister, knowing exactly what sort of behaviour he was getting up to. I've got responsibility for the people that work here, the staffers, the people that associate and work with MPs. I've got a responsibility to make sure that they're safe and that they feel confident they can come to this place or go to the bars around this area and not be groped by ministers. I think it's a no-brainer for me. It's with a heavy heart. I've backed the boss all through. I think he's been a great Prime Minister and he's done great things. But this, there comes a time in your life when you have to step up and think, you know what, enough's enough. I can't tolerate this. I've got to put other people first and my constituents first.
Do you think that the Prime Minister, I mean, you've highlighted there that he was aware of these allegations against Chris Pincher, and it's important to say that Mr Pincher does deny those allegations against him. Do you think the Prime Minister didn't think they were important enough? Do you think that he thought they could be ignored?
Well, I don't know, only the Prime Minister knows that, but what I do know, there must be a problem in number 10 with the PM and the team around him. When allegations like this are made, not just now, but several years ago, they should be taken seriously. And there's any whiff of doubt. I mean, this was a proper complaint that went in, I believe, against the former Deputy Chief Whip just a few years ago, and obviously last week there was another incident. This place should be squeaky clean, and it's not, and it needs to be. This is the place where we make laws and we tell people how to live their lives. So if we can't get it right, then what can the rest of the country do?
I can tell by looking at you and by speaking to you that this is something that's weighing heavy on your shoulders. You're a relatively new MP. Has this put you off standing again in another general election?
Well, it's not, because if people like me give up in this place, then what chance have we got? Look, this is a horrible thing to do, Kate. This is. It's like a family sort of thing. And you've got Boris, who I think has been a great PM. I've supported him. I like the bloke. I think he's a good man. And it's like actually going against a member of your family. This is, but sometimes you've got to man up and look at the bigger picture and think that there's people out there, people in this place, vulnerable people, they're looking at people like me and say, protect me, and that's what I'm doing.
So are you disappointed to learn tonight that despite the fact that Graham Brady, chair of the 1922 committee, and a number of cabinet ministers have told the Prime Minister that he needs to leave, that at the moment, as we speak, he's still in post?
Well, I don't know, I'm waiting for the smoke coming out the chimney, aren't we, on Downing Street, I suppose.
You think it'll happen tonight?
Yeah, I think it's probably happened tonight. I didn't think so earlier on today, but I didn't realise this morning when I made my paltry announcement, I'm just a backbench lowly MP, but I've got a voice here. I've got a voice. I think I speak for a lot of people. But now we see a lot more people are coming out, lots of ministers have resigned. It's only going one way, Kate, isn't it?
The Prime Minister's made the point today in the liaison committee that he has the backing of the country, and of course you were one of the MPs that came in, new MPs, who essentially came in because of Boris Johnson. Do you think he's right? Do you think the public still support him?
Well, at the moment he needs the backing of this place, and I don't think, especially the parliamentary party, and it looks like he hasn't got that backing. There's not done the general election for another 2 years, we think. He needs the backing of the parliamentary party, and it looks like today he's not got that.
And just finally, I'd like to ask you, given what you think the Prime Minister will be ousted by tonight, who is the next right man or woman for that job?
I've no idea, Kate. Obviously my phone's been pinging today. There's things going off, isn't there?
Are they conspiring? Are they trying to win your favour already?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. There's again, text messages and phone calls from various people.
Oh, go on, name names.
I'm not naming names, but that's a decision that I'll make. I'm not going to come out of the traps early. We're going to have a look. It's got to be, for me, it's got to be somebody who's pro-Brexit, who's interested in the red wall seats, because if not, they can just clear off.
And I'm fascinated. What are they saying to you when they send you those texts? Are they promising you a job? Are they pleading for your support? What are they saying?
They tell me how important I am, try and big me up. So I'm not that important, really, am I? But I've got a voice, and I do think I speak for a lot of red wall areas as well. And those first, those red to blue voters, those first-time Tory voters at the 2019 election, I speak for a lot of them as well. So they're looking at me and thinking, can I use him? Well, if you can, so be it.
Lee Anderson, thank you so much for joining us this evening.